Hi, and welcome to another episode of Yoga with Debbie. My name is Debbie, and I have my beautiful assistant Cameron with me today. Today is day 6 of our beginner yoga series. I can't believe we have one day left to go. How are you feeling so far, Cameron?
So far, so good.
That's good. Good. All right. Well, without further ado, we will get going. So we're going to begin in Shavasana or corpse pose today. So we're going to close down the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. We're going to connect with our breath. If it feels more comfortable placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, you can feel free to do that. Breathing fully in, expanding that belly, breathing fully out, letting it go back towards your spine on your exhales. Breathing in and out through the nose. And after our next exhale, we can gently blink the eyes open if they were closed. We'll pull one knee in to your chest. So this is half wind pose. So stretching the other leg out long. And we will bend the straight leg, bringing it up so the foot is flat on the ground. And we will extend the leg that is bent, the left leg, up towards the ceiling and cross it, the ankle over the knee, coming into our figure 4 or pigeon pose. Flexing the feet towards the toes towards the knee, so we're protecting our knee. And Cameron has already gone ahead and grabbed around the back part of her thigh and pulled the knee in towards the chest. But if you are more comfortable just keeping that foot down on the mat and that is enough for you, you can just place your hand on the knee and just gently push it away from you to give you a little bit more of a stretch through the hip. Otherwise, if you're comfortable as Cameron is, you can grasp the back of the thigh, you can grasp around the shin. Again, listening to your body, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just keeping those feet engaged, toes pointed back towards the knee to protect our knee. Taking full deep belly breaths in and out. One more squeeze in and then release. We will extend that bent knee up to the ceiling and then it's going down. Straighten both legs. Take your left knee and bring it in towards your chest again. And we're going to cross it over towards the right side, coming rolling over onto your hip, laying spinal stretch. And you can reach that left arm out to the side, looking out over your left shoulder if that feels comfortable for you, placing your hand on top of that knee. The idea here is that we are lining our hips on top of one another, just feeling a gentle stretch through our low back or maybe our upper back if we're trying to keep that shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, down on the floor. One more breath in. And on the exhale, pull that navel into the spine and come back to neutral. And now we will take our right knee, pulling it in towards our chest, doing our half wind pose. And then we will bend our left knee so our foot comes flat onto the mat, extending that right knee up towards the right leg up towards the ceiling, crossing that right foot over the left knee, and making sure that we are flexing our toes towards our knee, protecting our knee. Again, you can push on that knee if that's where your stance feels comfortable for you. If you'd like to have a little bit further stretch, grab the back of the leg, making sure you're keeping your shoulders down on the mat. We don't want to be lifted up. So pull that knee in towards your chest or belly. Taking 3 deep breaths in and out. Again, making sure we can breathe is the goal of this pose. And we'll drop that foot back down on the mat, release the hold of the leg. We will straighten that leg that's bent. We will pull that right knee back in towards our chest, and we will cross it over to the left side of the body, rolling over on. You were far enough away from the fireplace. Rolling over so that our hips are on top of one another, doing our best to make sure that that right shoulder continues to touch the mat and that you can breathe fully and deeply into this spinal twist. Twists are really good for our bodies, helps our digestion get going. Also, the wind pose, pulling the knees into the chest, also helps to get things moving in the mornings or evenings sometimes. So if you're ever, hence the reason it's called wind pose, if you're ever feeling slightly uncomfortable, then you can try doing that, and that might help. On our next exhale, we will bring our spine in, our navel in towards our spine, and roll back over onto our back. We're going to bend both of our knees, bringing our feet flat to the mat. Arms down by our side. And if you can graze your heels with your fingertips, if you're that flexible, great. If your feet are a little further away, that's fine. We just don't want to be uncomfortable. And we will inhale, pull that navel in towards the spine. And on the exhale, we will keep the navel engaged and slowly lift our hips up towards the ceiling, coming into our bridge pose. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Now we are going to come up into a seated position, so you can rock and roll your way up to seated. You can roll onto your side, however you need to. We're going to keep our knees bent, feet flat on the mat, coming into our boat pose. So you can grasp the front of your knees as Cameron is and rock slowly back onto your sits bones. And then pick your feet up off the mat. So we are doing boat pose. So this is good for the abdomen. You can hold on to your knees. You can hold on to the back of your thighs. Inhaling and exhaling. And we will release. Okay? I guess that one was a little tough for Cameron today. So Cameron is uncomfortable, so if you were in boat pose, you can go back into boat pose. Otherwise, stay as Cameron is with your feet touching, and we are going to twist from side to side. So extend your arms out in front of you, and then take them over to the right, and you can touch the ground if that feels good for you. So this is our boat pose with a twist. And again, if it's comfortable for you, you can keep your feet up. And last one. And we are going to make our way to standing. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold, so make sure you're taking up room on the mat. So take your feet as wide as is comfortable for you, definitely further than hip distance. Toes pointed out, or they could be parallel to the short edge of your mat. Whatever stance is comfortable for you. We don't want to lock the knees. We want to have a nice soft bend in the knees. And we are going to inhale, reach the arms up, and then bring our hands down onto our hips. Inhale, standing up tall. And then exhale, fold forward as if you were looking at your reflection in a pond, keeping a nice long spine, long neck. And once you can't go any further, then you can release your hands from your hips and go down and touch the ground. The wider your stance is, the closer the ground is to you. However, if the ground is too far away, we can use our handy dandy blocks. 1 block or 2 block, whichever is good for you. Taking full deep belly breaths in and out. And now we can release the block. And we're going to pivot, so we're going to point our right foot towards the front of the mat. And then we're going to widen our stance coming in. And then we're going to drop down into our low lunge. So carefully make your way down onto your knee using those yoga blocks. Keeping our knees at that 90-degree angle. We're going to challenge our abdominals a little bit more. So we're going to uncurl those curl those toes back under, back toes under. And we are going to lift our way up into high lunge. Reaching those arms up overhead. You can do it. Engage that core. There we go. Find your spot to look at. And on your next exhale, bring your back foot forward to meet the front. And then exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. And step the opposite leg back for your low lunge on your other side. Using those blocks. Coming up nice and tall. Engaging those abdominals. Inhale. And come up into your high lunge. Reaching those arms up. And we're all going to have one side that feels better for us than the other. As you can see, this is Cameron's preferred side. Another breath in. And on the exhale, bring that back foot forward to meet the front. Nice. Fold over. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands on the mat again. We are going to step one foot back to the back of the mat and then the other, coming into our plank. And we're going to hold 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to push our hips up high to the sky, coming into our downward facing dog. And we'll walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other. Adjust your stance. You can widen this downward facing dog if that feels better for you. Letting that head hang heavy. And find some stillness in your pose. Feeling that nice stretch through your back. Making sure that you're not putting all of your weight in your wrists, that you're distributing your weight evenly through your hands, so your hands are spread, fingers are spread nice and wide. One more big breath in. And on the exhale, slowly lower your knees to the mat, coming into child's pose. So wide-legged or narrow child's pose, whichever feels comfortable for you. And if your bum is not coming anywhere near your heels, or it feels like your bum is up a little too high, you can always sit on a block and have it at whatever height works for you, or put pillows on top of your heels to bring your bum closer to your heels. Remember, adapt everything for your body because you have to listen to your body. And then from our child's pose, we're going to make our way onto our back, ending in Shavasana. Taking up space on the yoga mat, relaxing everything. And the reason we do Shavasana is to allow our bodies to take in all of that movement. And if you're in tune with your body, you should be able to feel the vibrations going through your body, that energy we've created, that heat, just feeling your muscles relaxing. And don't forget to relax your jaw, letting that tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana for longer, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll begin to wake ourselves back up. Big belly breath in, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. We can rotate our wrists and ankles if that feels good for us. You can turn your head from side to side. And we'll take a big full body stretch, the biggest stretch you've taken all day today. And roll yourself over into the fetal position. Transitioning slowly up to a seated position. And if you don't find easy seat or Sukhasana as Cameron is sitting comfortable for you, you can sit any way that feels comfortable for you, sitting on your knees, sitting like that. Your body, listen to it. Inhale, reaching those arms up above the head, nice tall spine. Gather that energy in between your palms, bringing it back towards your heart center, dropping your chin towards your chest, thanking your body for taking you through this practice today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed day 6. It was a little bit more challenging. We are trying to challenge you a little bit to get you ready to maybe try some of those other harder videos as we talked about on day 0. The links to the other videos are down below. Hope that you are liking this series so far. Give us a thumbs up, hit that like and subscribe button, leave us any comments. We look forward to seeing you in the next one for day 7. Have a great day. Bye.